Hey everybody, Adam Culbertson here. When you finish this episode, or right now, add another Creative Typo Entertainment podcast into your feed. Here's a promo for one right now. Make sure you go and check it out.
Hi, excursionist. I'm Nari. Do you know that stories have a way of taking you into a different world? Why don't you join me at the Into the Night Anthology podcast? We present you with bite-sized stories that make you question what you thought you knew. I may have something that would interest you. Everything gets old. So someday, as long as it's cared for, any item will become an antique that includes you and me, and sometimes terrify you with what you didn't. What's happening? This can't be real.
You can see us, but you are powerless to stop us.
Bring a friend along when you find us on your favorite podcast directory, and make sure to follow us on Twitter at Into the Night Pod so you never miss an episode. Remember, you should never wander these twisted paths alone. In fact, look, the first path is just ahead. Are you ready? Follow me.
Steel your mind for eldritch horrors of the universe unknown. For what is to follow is a tale of intrigue, mystery, and madness. You're listening to Microphones and Monsters.
I have a very important question.
Yes?
Aleister, when you did...
You've seen Back to the Future.
When you did whatever
not
we
me.
did, okay, in this time period of Duns Altera, do we exist? What I'm saying is there like we did when we went back to the other dimension where we absorbed our previous selves? Did we do the same thing for this one, or is there two versions of us now?
Well, we traveled with the Silver Key, so it should be all right.
Should be is not the confidence that I was looking for.
He does have a point there. The component that was missing whenever you traveled back and replaced and destroyed the other U's was the Silver Key.
I mean, admittedly, I'm kind of charting some new waters here, so to speak. I can't say that there's really much in all of my research to really cover this situation.
Okay,
Well, I do imagine that in theory, if you were absorbed, you wouldn't be here right now.
Okay.
Yes, it is much more likely that we would be in the place of our other selves.
Okay.
But like I said, it does make sense. So
He was trying to send Victor to the sewer.
So there is so there is two of us now.
yes.
It would stand to reason, yes.
Okay.
But Julian, I don't believe you're in Darkwell
No, I'm not.
in this time.
I am.
And Aleister is too.
Okay.
And so is Evangeline.
Yes, that is true.
But we cannot interfere with any of their lives.
That's the part that I was thinking about.
You know, in all of my research, I don't think I ever found a really good reason why. Everyone says that you shouldn't mess with time, but nobody really ever says what would happen.
Well, I'll put it.
Well,
I'll put
if
it,
you stop,
I'll put it to you this way, Aleister. By process of elimination, have you ever heard of anyone who was able to manipulate time and then live to tell about it?
Well, you know, aside from the times that I've done so.
Okay, but never on this scale.
Well, admittedly, this is a bit further beyond what I have done previously.
Okay, so then it would stand to reason that anyone who tried to do this before, if they had attempted it, didn't survive the process because they died and were not able to tell about it.
That is a valid theory, yes.
Okay. Julian will just throw up his arms like, right?
Well, that's what I was just saying. Like, yes.
Aleister,
We can't interfere.
If you make it so Evangeline doesn't die, then you wouldn't have needed to make it so Evangeline doesn't die. So then you wouldn't have made Evangeline not die, right?
Why is Victor the person
you do bring up an interesting point.
Why is Victor the one who understands this way better than the other people?
Because I've known every word to Back to the Future since I was 5.
If nothing else, it does maybe pique my curiosity. I mean, we don't really have any hard evidence of what has happened, if anyone has ever tried.
Okay, now the next question I'm going to have is, so we've rolled back time, as it were. Is there literally anything to prevent what we just did? Meaning, are the events that we have already experienced and gone through just going to happen anyway? We just are doing a playback.
Well, see, that is the interesting question. I mean, when you kind of dabble in time like I do myself, you kind of get to an understanding that there are certain things that happen the way that they happen, and they are, of course, always to happen that way. But you see, the thing that maybe I hadn't really made clear before is I don't actually know what happened to Evangeline. So it is entirely possible, if not plausible, that perhaps I was able to retrieve her from the timeline by doing this right here.
Aleister was the one that melted the cultist.
I was about to say, it's like, okay.
If we need to, we can cut that out. I don't know if that's the case.
I don't know either.
Hey, that's just a theory. It's just a theory. I can't tell you yes or no on that.
All right,
Yeah.
Sarah.
I'm not sure if I can tell you yes or no on that.
Sarah,
I certainly can.
Okay, Sarah, we're in the position we're in right now, so what the hell do we do?
Well, we need to get back to our time.
Okay.
I mean, you don't think we can make at least one little pit stop?
Yeah, does this...
You most definitely need to go down to the planet and connect with me from the past.
Oh, so you're saying that
Why?
we came here before then?
Well, because I've met you before. I just couldn't tell you about it.
Well, I suppose you could have, but I suppose that also has certain repercussions.
Yes, because it wouldn't happen.
Well, I mean,
maybe.
It maybe would have happened, but
there's the risk that I did not want to take.
At the same time, I suppose there is a bit of determinism in time, and so just the fact that you didn't tell us means that you never would have told us.
Yes, that makes sense.
I am also confused.
Can we take a nap before we go down there?
Well, yes, actually, that sounds like a wonderful idea.
My head hurts.
All right, so y'all are going to take a nap.
My head hurts.
Maybe we can go to Dark City. Is things cheaper there because it's 2 years ago?
The inflation's gone down. We get to see what knits would be like as a kid. Kid knits.
Well,
it's 2 years.
Kid knits.
Again, there are rules to this. There was no access to Dark City 2 years ago.
Oh, God. Well, I don't want to run into me.
We don't need to just mess up our
Manrose
timeline. We don't need to mess up other timelines as well.
Is Manrose okay? That's a good
Is
question.
Manrose okay? He wasn't in the elevator.
Manrose is not able to access this ship in this time.
Okay, but he's okay.
Well, yes, but what happened to Manrose before we came back? That's really what we're wondering, because he wasn't in the elevator, and the key was just kind of stashed.
I guess that would have to be taken up with Manrose.
So you don't know.
Well, I mean, but talking to the Manrose from now wouldn't exactly answer our question. We would kind of need to talk to the Manrose from then.
Manrose is Manrose.
Oh, God.
Okay.
Okay, now I need a nap. We're doing the nap now. Yep, brain is at boiling point.
Nap. I'm going to get some key points and
have a good time.
Yeah,
get your spell
Again,
slots
my
back.
spell slots back.
You
got a 4-hour long rest coming.
We're gonna go talk to Manrose, and he's gonna be like, "Oh well, I had a hankering for some potato wedges."
I've been thinking about playing a board game with you guys. I'll finally get
Cards Against Humanity.
I'll get to do the holiday special and actually
Cards
not
Against
roll like
Humanity.
absolute trash again. And use the
I've only
helicopter
played Cards
effectively.
I've only played that one time.
Okay. I'm very
A
confused.
gyro.
Yeah, that thing.
I believe it's pronounced Eero.
It's a Euro.
Euro.
I have no
Oh,
idea
man.
what to do now. I will get up to meet everyone.
Yeah, I mean, there's not much else to do. Just like we did our thing, we slept, and now we have to go meet Sarah. Presumably, we took a nap. If we met
Yeah,
her
you took a
before.
nap.
Well, I mean, presumably we didn't decide to take a nap this time, and we didn't before with time loop or whatever. I don't know.
Okay.
Trying to keep up.
So
Well, there was no before. There's now.
Yeah, exactly.
Well, there's no before for y'all. It's now for y'all.
We're now.
that's not gonna
What happens now happens
Okay.
now.
All right. Continuity.
What happened?
What
to
happened to
them?
then? We passed it.
Okay, so
Well,
you
then
took a
you
nap.
know.
What are you doing?
Do we
Or you took a long
Yeah.
rest.
do we
Yeah.
do we go down there like we did when we were doing the filth stuff, or how do we get down there now?
Well, there's no need for you to have to jump. Like Aleister can just jump, but if y'all want to take I could take you down in a shuttle.
Yes, it'll be fine. I'll just jump and
It's-
you can catch up.
It's not made out of quails.
Okay. We just need to make sure we don't like land in the middle of Darkwell.
No, it's
yeah.
the Dreamlands. You can land anywhere.
Oh yeah, that's right. And then we just need to pop out there.
In the Dreamlands, nobody bats an eyelash
Okay.
at time traveling spaceships.
Can we find like a portal that we can exit the Dreamlands into the normal plane when we touch down?
Well, yeah, they're all over the place. I mean, I'm sure Aleister could. Oh, I know Aleister
but
can sense
Aleister
them. I can
won't be
sense them.
with us when he goes down. That's unless
Well,
you
we can
find
still
him.
see him.
Well, we just.
Oh yeah, I forgot we
Yeah.
can see him. I forgot.
Wait, no, we can see him, Julian, with our bracelets.
I still don't.
Victor will
understand.
hold his arm up with the
I still
bracelet.
don't understand the Dreamlands, and therefore I hate it.
I don't get it either.
I thought taking a nap would help me understand the situation. It didn't help at all.
Well, it doesn't help when you don't dream. I guess.
Yeah, well, unfortunately, some of us don't have the best dreams to have anymore.
Yeah. No, I had a couple of decades of bad dreams. I'm done dreaming.
That's unfortunate. All right, y'all ready to go down?
Yes, I'll see you down there.
Yeah, hop in.
And Aleister will go ahead and just
Jump out the
jump.
window.
Victor will hop.
You just jump out of the shuttle bay.
Yeah, just straight out of the shuttle bay.
Yeah, Victor will hop, into the shuttlecraft just as a fun little joke. He'll actually hop over the threshold of the shuttle
Okay.
just for fun. You gotta
jump in.
loosen up sometimes. Last situation was pretty bad. We got out of it pretty easily. Victor's kind of happy and proud that we were capable.
Yeah, see, there's something you do on the map, and then you jump to conclusions.
Hey, don't be shy, Julian.
Oh, I'm just gonna walk normally. I'm not gonna hop onto the damn shuttle.
It's fine.
Okay.
The sooner we get there, hopefully, the sooner this mess will be sorted out.
All right, strap in. We're going.
Mhm.
He takes off.
Are all our levels back down to where it was 2 years ago?
No,
Oh no,
you're
I'm
now.
just joking.
You're living in your now.
I hope not. I don't even have horrible flesh wraps in this time.
Yeah, wibbly wobbly, timey wimey.
Yeah, you're not living in your past 2 years self. You're living in your now self.
Oh, my now
That happens to be 2 years in the
Yeah.
That
past.
happens to be in.
How much time has actually passed since we started the campaign in terms
Like
of the world or whatever?
to our characters, yeah, probably a couple months. 2-3 months.
Okay,
easily done.
yeah.
2-3 months, and only
lot
one
has
of them
happened.
Or so. Yeah, so we're technically about 2 years and a month, or back in time or something like that.
No,
from
this
where we were.
this would be before we started.
Before you even
like
started.
this would
No,
be.
that's what I mean.
this-
I'm just trying to get it. Is it just 2 years before we started, more or less?
Indeterminate amount of time.
Indeterminate,
around
but
2 years.
it's a little, probably a little more than 2 years before we started.
Okay.
We should disguise ourselves so someone doesn't recognize us.
Like it'd be
No one's gonna
probably no
recognize
more
me.
than
Yeah.
like 2.5 years earlier than what we just traveled from.
No one's going to recognize any of us because Aleister
Yeah,
looks
nobody's gonna
different. I
recognize
look
any
different,
of you.
and you didn't live here.
It's true.
The only thing someone might recognize is my hat. I'm not even wearing.
So-
I guess my trench coat is a facsimile of my.
But you
original
look
trench coat.
human.
Yeah.
And
There's
I look
no.
human.
There's no.
Yeah.
God.
I just sound weird.
I'm like that one guy in Fallout 3 that or New Vegas that talked like a ghoul, but he wasn't.
Yeah.
He was a Victor Stodge all
Yeah.
along, with flesh wraps. Okay, so you land down on the planet, and looks like Aleister's running over there. He probably found a portal. Yep, yep. There's a portal over there.
All right. Let's go, Julian.
Oh, okay.
Is Julian wearing his mech suit?
No.
Okay. Yeah, that would draw attention.
Yes.
So he's wearing his monogrammed jumpsuit instead.
Yes.
Yeah,
Okay. There
JC
we go.
brand.
Somehow that's less.
you look like a mechanic.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. You can fix those
JC
miraculous
brand.
cars that you saw.
We get to see Carl when he's a baby.
You look like a venture.
I look like an NPC man.
All right, so you get out of the shuttle. Aleister, I'm guessing you're waiting on them at the portal.
No, actually.
No. Okay. Well,
No.
No, he's running.
yeah,
straight
no
to
points you in
Evangeline's
the
house.
direction of the portal. Y'all get around the corner where he pointed, and you see the portal there. There's a green portal you can go through.
You ready for this,
There you
Victor?
go.
I guess so. It's been a while since we've been here.
Is that a pun?
I mean, I don't know if it qualifies as a pun because it's also an accurate description.
Yes, it is.
It's been a couple of months since we were home, and or Darkwell.
Okay.
At least in the case of Victor, maybe not so much for
Yeah.
Julian.
Yeah, it's not really home for you.
No. Okay. Well,
Yeah, you were barely
I was
there.
barely there.
Like you got into town and immediately stuff went crazy. It's all your fault.
Barely. All right. I will cross the threshold of the Dreamlands portal.
Yeah,
All
so
right.
will I.
Whoosh.
Yep.
You're there. You're actually behind the clinic that Julian used to work in. That's where all of you came
No,
out
he
at.
hasn't worked there yet.
Well,
No.
This is going to be
I
fun.
know, right?
But I mean, to you, Julian, you did work there.
I recognize it as the place that I worked at.
Remember, yeah. Y'all are living in your now.
Okay.
You just didn't work when there. You
Okay. All right. So we should.
just didn't work there then.
So we
So
should.
here's the clinic. We probably should go to the DDA like Sarah said. And
Yeah.
I'm guessing, Aleister, you stopped on the other
Or-
side of the
Or
portal.
we can get a.
Mm-mm.
Or we.
Or where
No.
you would have
We-
went straight to the
we could-
DDA?
no,
or where were you
Aleister was
going?
going to try and book it to Evangeline's before the DDA.
We could.
Oh,
we
okay.
Could cause.
Okay, so you left them
Shit.
behind.
Yes.
Okay, you get to Evangeline's. What are you doing?
Well, first things first, I'm looking in a window. Talk about bringing
Hey.
it
Yeah.
back.
You look in the window and you see Evangeline sitting at her desk working on something. You see you come up to her and asking her for food. And this is before you were sentient.
Mhm.
But you can understand yourself.
Right.
Asking her for food. She gets up and she feeds you and pets you and like you eat, and then you get in her lap while she's working and she pets you while you fall asleep.
Well, if I may take a little bit of liberty here.
Uh-huh.
So Aleister is going to have a very strong urge to like go into the house.
Okay.
To try and warn Evangeline. But despite everything that he wants, he just cannot bring himself to do it. Like his body just simply won't move in that way. So what he actually does instead is he tries to make just some small taps to try and get his past self's attention. So like if this is all right, he's going to get his old self's attention who comes over to the window, and he's going to tell himself without really any other pretext or introduction or anything. You really must protect Evangeline, no matter what. And that's pretty much all he can bring himself to say. And then he just turns and leaves to the DDA.
Technically, he had complete narrative control over both Aleisters, if you think about it.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. So yeah, if we're all good, like, yes.
Okay, so Julian, Victor, you came out of the portal. Aleister's nowhere to be seen. You said you were going straight to the DDA.
Yeah.
Or we could get arrested and then Sarah could find us. That worked before.
No, because I don't think she knows to find us this time.
No.
That's the thing.
And you know that you're not that far away. The clinic was really close to the DDA.
Yeah. Julian's super tempted to go in and see who the current doctor is.
No, I'm not.
Tell him that he sucks at his job.
It's Gerbo.
I know, but Gerbo doesn't know us.
As you come around the corner, the front of the clinic, you see a younger Gerbo approaching the front of the clinic, and he's like, "Oh man, fresh out of school. First day on the job."
Exposition. Is he close enough where we would have heard that?
Yeah, you would have heard it. He's not quiet.
Oh yeah.
He's not a quiet person.
As we walk by, Victor would just make it apparent he heard and just be like, "Good job. Good luck at work."
Find yourself a nice
Thank
goblin
you.
woman to settle down with.
Goblin. Odd request, man, but all right.
That was not in character at all.
No, that wasn't good. It's a lot easier to tell when I'm in
It is
character.
now.
Damn it.
And then he just goes in the clinic, right? He just goes to work.
It's like ding,
He'll
ding.
always remember
he
those
gets in.
inspiring gentlemen. His first day of work outside.
Yeah.
The clinic. It
Yeah.
had to be Gerbo's
For this-
first
I mean,
day at the
For
clinic.
those 2 weeks that he worked there.
Yeah. Well, now he lives in the same place y'all do.
Yeah.
Okay.
But I was just saying, it's probably 2 weeks that even Julian was working at the clinic.
Yeah. It barely.
Yeah,
If
if that.
he did his job a couple
I
days.
maybe give my job for a
A day.
He spent
a
most
bunch
of
of
that time
times,
recovering from dread.
Hi, I'm the new doctor. Can you hold the place down for a minute? I gotta go.
What a shitty
He actually
there
left.
every
He
day.
left. He left Gerbo in charge.
Hey, Gerbo already had 2 years experience and was holding down the fort before Julian got there. What's the problem?
He was.
He's got
it. Gerbo had just that can-do attitude. Well, he still has it.
Yeah.
He has that can-do attitude, and he puts all of himself into what he does, into his work.
Yeah.
All right, let's go get.
Like I said, I feel like he was in the library, like studying up on medicine, so he could be a real doctor.
Let's go apply for our jobs again, Victor.
All right. Gerbo looks so happy, like we're walking away.
He hasn't seen the entire town turn into monsters and kill each other. Yeah, good times.
I don't ruin the moment.
All right. So I would imagine Julian and Victor, you do get to the DDA before Aleister.
Do we want to wait for Aleister? Victor? He's not here. I thought we were under the impression that we were just going to go here and not do anything else that might be a problem.
Yeah. I mean, where do you think he went? It's Aleister.
This is going to be a problem that we're going to have to deal with later, isn't it?
I don't know, but it doesn't appear that reality is breaking apart in front of us, so I think we're okay.
Give it time.
Because Aleister lived nearby too.
Y'all,
right?
y'all would be disappearing, if it's like those rules.
You've got a picture of all of us
Victor,
together.
look at the photograph.
His head's gone. It's like he's been erased. What are we doing, Doc?
Let's make sure we don't meet our mom and our mom doesn't try to fall in love with us.
My mom hates crib folk.
That's okay. I'm pretty sure that's something.
Victor's his own father. He never knew.
That's okay. I'm pretty sure that's something that you could stomach.
Victor's mom's long dead. Don't worry, everybody.
Okay. We'll walk into the.
It's okay. She's dead.
We'll just walk into the DDA, I guess. This is all
Yeah.
very
Well,
strange.
Yeah.
All right.
I mean, I don't know how long it's going to take Aleister to get there.
Probably
after
not.
us.
Not too
Terribly
long.
long.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Not too long.
Do we want to
yeah,
wait
'cause
for
it's
him?
just
I don't know. Do you want to?
I would say he arrives as you're walking in because y'all just had a little discussion outside of the building and everything.
Yeah. All right.
So Aleister arrives.
There's a no soliciting sign.
in.
We're immediately arrested.
Barham locks us up.
What are you two doing there?
Hey, don't hang out here too long. Yeah.
Oh, 2 arms. Look at that.
Move along. Move along.
It's like Hot Tub Time Machine, except we know how it happened.
Okay. All right. Well,
Hey, Aleister.
hey, where'd you go?
Well, let's
No, let's not just say it. We
let's
both know what you
let's
did.
just say I was traveling down memory road, so to
God,
speak.
I hate you so much. Just get the.
If you'd gone
It's-
with us, you could have seen
You
Gerbo.
could have seen. Yeah, you missed out on a heartfelt Gerbo moment. Now get in the DDA.
It's okay. I think it was still worth it, even if I couldn't quite get what I wanted. At least it gives me some peace of mind, and I'm sure that this is just one of the times that I was here. I'm sure that there are other times. I'm sure that it will still work out.
Yeah, keep telling yourself that. Okay, let's do this.
Yeah, here we go.
And Victor will reach out and he'll hit the elevator button.
Blocked.
The elevator opens and good evening, gentlemen.
Hi, Manrose.
Oh, hey, Victor.
Okay, so he does
Hello,
know
Manrose.
something. Okay, good.
Aleister.
Okay,
Wait,
all right.
Hey, Victor.
You know, this does bring an interesting question. If this is the you from, roughly 2 years ago, then how exactly is it that you know us already?
Oh, because I met you.
Uh-huh. What was this description again?
I've spent a lot of time with you three.
Manrose is Manrose.
Manrose, do
So-
you know
so-
where we are right now?
Yeah, he says the year. I don't remember the year that I fucking said.
Whatever year it was, you said.
Yeah.
The year of our Lord and Jackie Robinson. All right.
Oh, I met you, roughly 2 years from now?
Yeah,
Well,
that sounds about right.
Yes, I mean, but if you already know about that, then wouldn't you have already met us now?
Oh my God! Just get in the fucking elevator, you bastard.
I met you before.
Yes, there and now. Like but you knew that you met us now.
Oh, yes.
At some point, you're going to have to explain this to us, Manrose.
Pretty sure Sarah did a pretty good job. Manrose is Manrose.
What's there to explain? What floor would you like to go
Whatever
to?
Sarah's on.
Oh, okay. To the DDA offices.
Oh,
Oh, you know who else might be here?
everyone else.
Alexander.
Alexander!
Sir didn't get to do
all
anything.
Of you Alexander fans are finally going to get vindicated.
Go hang.
Sir barely got to do anything in the campaign
Gonna
at
hang
all.
out with Hastings.
You're going to hit on Fiona some
He
more?
pulls out a silver key.
Oh, you should see if you
Huh.
have your silver key.
Well, I mean, I guess it would stand to reason. It is the same silver key. It just is kind of looping on itself. But Aleister will try and kind of pull out the silver key.
Oh,
Just to
yes. Would you be kindly to put it in the compartment up there?
Oh, fuck.
Oh, well, yes, I suppose that makes sense. I mean, although that actually does raise another question. Where exactly were you?
Oh, well, I could
had to
not be
pee.
in the I could not be there where Haster's gaze was.
I suppose that is fair. I prefer not to be there if possible.
So the elevator arrived and yes, just open that compartment up there and place the key back.
So, do you mean to say that we are not going to be able to see you under normal circumstances? Like we would not be able to just hand the key back to you?
I'm pretty sure we're
What?
organizing.
I mean, of course, at the appropriate time. But
What?
never mind. I'm sure that you understand. You probably
No, I'm
just
asking
can't
as
tell us.
Adam. I'm not understanding your question.
I'm trying to figure out because, there's kind of some implication since he's temporarily aware that we would not have the opportunity to just hand him the key back in person when we get to the appropriate time. Like that, I would need to put it back in the compartment so that he could get it at the appropriate time.
Oh,
This
no,
seems
that
like-
key belongs in that compartment.
Oh, so you mean that this is actually a different key?
Yes. It's the key
Interesting.
that you used. You have it right now.
Interesting.
This is not the key that I have.
So there was a spare the whole time.
Well-
this would have been really useful when we were actually going to the seal room the first time.
Well, we didn't create it.
Well,
we didn't create it.
That was not the key's purpose.
Well, yes, I understand time and all, but
This is the
just
time
my
loop
2
key.
cents. It's only good for time loops. Don't worry. I understand, Manrose. And I'll go ahead and get the compartment open, put it back in there.
All right. Yep.
So I guess put it in there for the first time, for the last time.
Maybe if
I'm pretty sure that Victor didn't actually say this is the time loop key. That was just me being silly.
Maybe if I
I
start drinking heavily, this will start making more sense.
Let's wait until we
Well,
find out
obviously,
what else we
I'm
might
putting
need to do, Julian.
Obviously, I'm putting the key in the compartment so that you can get the key out of the compartment later, so that we can bring it back here so I can put it in the compartment.
Yes.
Obviously, come on.
Uncorking.
Exactly.
No, Julian.
You just started carrying wine on you.
I'll make you do. Once we get to a good stopping point, we'll both get drunk.
I'm doing the Archer thing where I'm just tilting the bottle up and just putting up a finger. Okay,
I will mess with time.
let's just get this over with.
He puts the bottle back in the bottle compartment.
Yes. It's like RoboCop.
The bag of
It's
holding.
like RoboCop instead of. Oh no, I'm not wearing the mech suit. Shit.
Yeah, you're not wearing the mech
Damn
suit.
it.
But you do have your bag of
I do have a
holding
bag of holding. I need it.
that apparently carries wine
I need a
now.
koozie of wine cooling.
A koozie of unending wine.
Yes,
Oh.
that's my new.
You just put a wine bottle in it and it fills up.
Yes, that's gonna be my new artifice project. Is create an unending bottle of wine. We call it the coping mechanism.
No, just a koozie.
Just a koozie.
Yeah, I like the koozie. The wine koozie.
You just
Didn't
put
my
any
bard
bottle of
have,
wine
like,
in
a
it.
beer thing. That
Yeah,
made
yeah.
beer?
Mhm.
The Stein of
The Stein, yeah.
Yeah.
Mm.
you get geyser beer.
Well, now that we have that sorted out, I suppose it's time to see Sarah.
Oh, yes. Offices. And opens up to that first floor that y'all went to inside of the DDA. That's like a big lobby with the big double door. That Sarah and her crew came out of earlier.
I walk in there.
Chewy, we're home.
You could have referenced it better.
I could have. I chose not to.
And the doors open as y'all start walking across the room, and Fiona comes out of the door. She's like reading in a book as she's walking, and she's like, "Oh, hello. Who are you? Who are you?
Let's just say that we're friends of Sarah.
New hires.
Oh, okay. I hadn't heard anything about that.
Yeah, it's really complicated. I barely understand it myself.
Don't worry, we'll probably be dead in a week.
I mean, honestly, we're not that new.
All right. Do I need to? Hey, follow me. She closes the
She's
book
like,
and
what?
Right.
and she walks in and like it was kind of threw her off for a second, but I mean this isn't her first like rodeo kind of deal.
Not with that accent.
Nice.
She walks in and she's like, "Come on in."
Come on.
And you
And she
walk
herds
in, and
us into the room.
it's a nice big office. It's bigger than y'all's office on the second floor of the DDA.
How come we didn't get
But there's also
Those
1, 2,
offices when
3,
they all died.
4 of them.
Sarah didn't tell us. about that.
Sarah's been using it.
Now with all of my colleagues
That's
dead and
their
my
office.
Now with all of my colleagues dead and I have the flunkies now, I have all of the big offices to myself.
But that's their office. That's not your office.
It's kind of like if you have like an account like in Microsoft and you delete the user, there's still like a code. So even if you create the same user, you can't like actually access the stuff because it's a different account technically. It's like when you tell the elevator, I want to go to Alexander's office, and it's like, I don't know what you're talking about.
Who's Alexander?
Exactly.
Maybe we'll find out.
So you walk in, you see Alexander sitting at a desk. He's like crunching some numbers.
Oh god, we get to hear Alexander's voice.
His fingers aren't actually webbed like they were the first time you saw him. Hastings is in there just writing away he's writing away with both of his hands and his tail behind him on a desk behind him. And Sarah's in there, and she's just flipping through a book with her paw. Oh, hey Sarah, these 3 say they're friends of yours. And you hear, she just looks up, and you just hear silence. She's like, I don't know. They got here. Manrose let them in.
But yes, obviously, because Manrose knows us.
And then you hear in your head, Sarah, "Oh, so how can I help you three?"
Don't die.
Well, I suppose when it comes down to it, it is you who should be helping us. Or at least that's what you told us.
Yeah.
Is that all?
Or I guess rather
Yeah,
you will tell us.
do we have to do that out loud, or is that something we do telepathically?
I forget
I'm
if we
sorry,
can talk
I
back
can't
to her.
talk. My vocal cords were destroyed in a fight.
Yes,
back.
you've explained
Yeah, I
that
remember
to
that,
us.
yeah.
Thank you.
Yes, well, I suppose we have a lot to talk about. Alexander, would you please be kind and make a pot of coffee for our guest?
No need. I'll grab my bottle.
Okay, so in case you don't understand what has happened, we have traveled back to our world, the Dunzel Terra that our Victor and Julian and Aleister originated from. Before we all met, and Aleister went and talked to himself and told himself to take care of Evangeline, as if that'll do any good. And Victor and Julian go to the DDA with Aleister and say hi to Manrose, and Manrose knows who we are, even though we haven't met him yet, because we obviously already have met him. And then some Silver Key stuff happens that I've kind of half lost track of. It's all very confusing. But fun, because we get to see Fiona again. That's neat, right, Fiona? You loved Fiona. Not as much as Julian, but, you know. What are you going to do? Anyway, why don't you go to the website? Go to creativetypo.com. We have things on the website for you to click on there, including things related to this show, microphones and monsters. We've got cool art that people have done for the show, so got a couple of different versions of some of the characters on there. I don't know. I haven't been to the art page in a while. It's hard to keep up with all the stuff that's happening. But you should go check it out because it's really neat. You should also leave us a review. So if you have the option to leave us a review from wherever you listened, just go in and say, hey, this show is pretty good. And then maybe other people will see it, and then they will come listen to the show, and they will enjoy it, and then we will have done what we set out to do, which is make an enjoyable show. Except for this part, which is obviously very boring and uninteresting. So what you should probably do is you should probably go get a snack or something instead of listening to me babble on at you. All music in today's episode was written and produced by Marco Mazzei of Fallen Highway Studios. I hope you have a wonderful rest of your day, and we'll see you next time on Microphones and Monsters. Bye.